Welcome back to iCarly Survivor. It's time for a new round between the Pudding Tribe, the Legs Tribe, and in the last episode we saw the Legs Tribe start winning again. So now it's 6 characters apiece, and I say let's get into it by taking a look at how each camp is doing in preparation for the rewards challenges and the immunity challenges. So the Pudding Tribe's alliances are as follows. We have had this alliance since day 1, and it makes so much sense. The second alliance, again, is we've seen Gwen be a big leader in it, and she has some of her favorites like Millicent in it, and Millicent is close with Harper, so that makes sense. But Spencer has shown that he's not exactly super loyal to the group by voting against them. And then the third alliance here is Marissa, Nora, and Spencer, and I have a feeling this is kind of like something that's building against Gwen. I think some people are a little bit annoyed with how Gwen has been doing things. So moving on, let's take a look at how things are going in the Legs Tribe, which are in a winning mood. So, Carly, Freddie, and Tebow are by far the strongest alliance I have seen in the show so far. I see them going very far. And then there's the second alliance, which includes everyone except Tebow, which to me makes me think that the Legs Tribe is fairly friendly. There isn't much fighting going on, and everyone's kind of chilling in their alliances. And Carly has a lot of influence in this tribe. So, moving on, we have our rewards challenge. And without going into too much detail, it seems like the Legs Tribe will get some small benefit for their survival on this island, which of course can help with fatigue and energy levels and stuff like that. So the Legs Tribe are now heading into the immunity challenge, maybe slightly more refreshed, and it seems like that really helped because the Legs Tribe wins the shipwrecked immunity challenge, which means that the Pudding Tribe is really on a downward spiral, and they're going to lose their third member. But let's take a look at what's going on in the Pudding Tribe. So the events, Gwen and Nora have a minor disagreement, and you know what that means. Gwen has huge influence here in this tribe, and Nora might be on the chopping block. Spencer has a major meltdown, and then Spencer rests and does nothing to restore his energy. So I'm guessing Spencer and Nora might be some big targets here. Let's take a look. So these two continue to target each other, which is interesting. Gwen is targeting Nora, okay, and Spencer is targeting Millicent. So nothing has really changed. These losing spirits have these grudges continue. So let's take a look at what the different, most importantly, what the alliances are going to be targeting. So this group is targeting Nora, and like I said, from the start, when I saw this, I was like, okay, Nora, don't mess with Gwen. That's a bad idea in this group. So she's being targeted by this group, and we already know that you know, you just don't want to break Gwen's trust, right? Then we got this second alliance, which is also targeting Nora, and this is just word for word from what happened last time. You know, history repeats itself. This third tribe, however, is trying to shift things. So we already kind of covered that. So Harper is on the chopping block. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But Harper and Nora are on the chopping block. Let's take a look at how this will go. We've kind of seen how this has been going recently, but before we do that, we have the Legs Tribe, which keep winning. Carly and Gibby bond. Freddie and Gibby have a major fight, kind of like we saw in the original iCarly, right? But that means, whoa, okay, hold on. This big alliance is starting to break apart. Chuck leaves the alliance. I wonder why he might be doing that. But he does have quite low loyalty to the group. So let's take a look at what will happen in this Pudding Tribe voting, and I'm guessing, I know we see the first 2 votes on the bottom here, but I'm guessing Nora is in trouble. So Harper gets a vote, and so does Millicent, again, probably from Spencer, so this one you can kind of ignore. The next one goes to Nora, another one goes to Nora, and another one goes to Nora, which means 3 is enough now at this point, and Nora, don't get on Gwen's bad side. I think at this point that message is clear. I don't think anyone's going to be doing that anymore, but Nora has unfortunately for her, been voted off. And the only noteworthy thing to talk about is still this kind of one-way direction, unlike for Millicent from Spencer. But can the Pudding Tribe turn things around? It's looking kind of grim for them, you know? I don't know. Let's take a look. So we got 5 members of the Pudding Tribe, with Gwen having huge influence, and then we have the Legs Tribe with a fairly strong base of friends. It seems like friends, and then now we saw Chuck has just kind of gone away from an alliance, so let's see how that goes. Proceeding, the Pudding Tribe's alliances have not changed much. with this third alliance losing a member. So these two, Spencer in particular, I'd say is maybe looking a bit rough in this group if they lose again. Legs Tribe still has some of the same alliances, with Chuck leaving the second alliance, but this one is the main strong one here. Moving on, we see the rewards challenge gets won by the Legs. I mean, they are just pushing and pushing and pushing. They're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Let me guess, do they also win the immunity challenge? The obstacle course gets won by the Pudding Tribe. So, okay, the Pudding Tribe is fighting back. That's going to boost morales. I wonder how maybe that Chuck leaving the alliance and things stirring up is going to affect him. Let's take a look at how things are going in the tribe. So Pudding Tribe, let's see how a win will affect what is going on. Gwen and Spencer have a major fight. Oh boy, I think I know where that's going. Next time they lose, Spencer is in trouble. And Harper and Milson find something in common, which is also bad news for Spencer since these two have had some fights. Moving on, the Legs Tribe is what we're going to focus on today because they have an issue. They're going to have to vote someone out. So what is going on after that loss? So Tebow and Carly have a small fight. We've learned that being on Carly's bad side is very bad in this tribe as well. So we'll see how that goes. Individual targets. Tebow is targeting Chuck, and Chuck is targeting Freddie. Gibby is targeting Tebow. So from that, it seems like things are pretty wide open here. But my guess is being on Carly's bad side is not going to be great. But these group targets are the most important. We have some strong groups here. This alliance is targeting Chuck, which, that means that Tebow lives another day potentially with that fight. But Chuck leaving the alliances, being a bit of a backstabber, being hard to predict, will be their target. And in this one, it's also Chuck. Looks like they've kind of found out who is the person that is kind of causing their slight loss in confidence, I guess, in these immunity challenges. So Chuck and Tebow, I think, are the main ones here, and Gibby's obviously a wild card. But in the voting, Freddie gets a vote, which is probably from Chuck. Chuck gets a vote. Chuck gets another vote. Chuck another vote, and Chuck, sorry, buddy, leaving that alliance and causing some confusion in a very solid group is a bad idea. So Chuck has been voted out, and yeah, he was the one who voted for Freddie, but everything else, Chuck. So for this episode, we see here now that things are even. Pudding Tribe went on a losing streak of 3, but Legs Tribe had a minor problem with Chuck, and now things are looking like this. But for now, that's been the third episode. I'm looking forward to see how things will be going forward, and things will shake up eventually. If you know Survivor, things do have the format changes in the end. It's going to be very exciting to see. But these are our strongest competitors so far. I can't wait to see what will happen. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for being Third Win Superfans.